All right, greetings everyone, and welcome to week 87 in the Rise of Obticeo. I accidentally labeled last week, week 87, but I went back and looked, and somehow I skipped over week 86, so I relabeled all that stuff, and this week is week 87, and I got it all squared away. So my foldering system had a malfunction, and the week 86 folder was empty, so I had to go fix that. All right, so in week 87, we're starting out at 5.1 million galactic power. We only added about 5,000 last week. 51 relics, 54 zetas, 8 omicrons. Jabba's getting us top 20 in squad arena. Profundity's getting us top 5 in fleet. Grand arena, we're fighting at a rhodium 4 right now. And we're working on the Nightsister initiate for next week. So the guild wants characters for the missions in territory battles. Operations, that's what they're called. So, yeah, the territory battle operations. So we got to get the Nightsister Initiate up and running for that for next TB. So that'll be the project for next week. With that said, the Relic building will be focused on that Initiate, and then we'll start saving up materials for JML. This should be it, right? Old Ben this week, and then we should be on Jedi Master Luke. 1 Cairo per week. After we get JML, we'll go back to that routine. We're working on Raid Troopers, Starkiller, Gas, Nightsisters as some of the background projects. And of course, working our way into Galactic Legend Leia. In Tier 3, we're going to use 3 refreshes on everything. For energy, we're farming Juhani, Mara Jade, Iden Versio, Zori Bliss, and Rex ×2. In fleet, we're doing TIE Defender and Marin. And then, of course, working on all the relic materials. Mods, we're still splitting 3 days a week on slicing and 4 days a week on farming mods. Just a little note, JML, let's go, question mark. Like, really... This is so fast after Jabba. Like, I finished up Jabba's ult a couple weeks ago, and I'm already going to be farming tokens for JML. It's insane. It's crazy, but feels pretty good. And once we get that character, then, of course, we're going to have to build a team behind him. We've got a Revan, in the account that we'll have to start working on, and some other characters, and figure out what team we're going to put with JML, because right now we've just got to JML so fast that we really haven't had a chance to build up behind him. So I got to figure out if I'm going to do the Bastila version of the team, if I'm going to do try to get gas into the, because right now I haven't been able to unlock gas, and then I'm going to have to buy him out of the shops. I don't have Get One saved up, so it's going to be a pretty long haul buying gas. So doesn't look like he's going to be part of that team. So basically, I've got JML and Jedi Knight Luke and Hermit Yoda, and I got to figure out the best other 2 to put in that team. Probably Revan, and then we're going to have to think about the 5th one. The Bastila lead is interesting. Maybe I'll do Bastila for the Bastila lead, and then when I fill out more Jedi, then I can break off the Jedi Knight Luke team separately and use Jedi Master Luke with some other Jedi on offense and just as a kill team. So got some options there. Got to figure out long term. That's the strategy. That's what we're doing in the account. Let's see what we got over here on chat. So we got Mighty Red says greetings. We've got Dank Ideals in the house. Ying says it's nice to be back. I saw those 3 names together and it was like Mighty Dank Yings. It sounds like insult. Dude, you got some mighty dank yings. I don't know. Just made up a new insult. There you go. Jar Jar Binks is in the house. Big Jamal says hi. Noah Holmes says, yo, DL, I unlocked Executor and was thinking of pushing C at 2 million galactic power. Is C okay in high Carbonite? C is okay. He's a mediocre GL. He's the worst GL right now, in my opinion. The thing about Sith Eternal, his journey is good. You build a lot of good characters. The troopers that you build are going to be relevant for the raid. So if you want to go into C, there is a, I mean, there's a set of good characters that are involved. So you'll get a mediocre GL, but you know, if that's what you want to build, it builds pretty easily after Executor. I just really would do a different Galactic Legend, mostly because his performance in Conquest is really lackluster. And if I build a first GL, I want to build a GL that could go straight into Conquest and just own Conquest. That's kind of the point, right? You just want to smash hard Conquest as soon as you can and start getting those characters. At least that's my opinion. So think about that. Yes, C is viable, but yeah, maybe not your best option. After Executor, it's time for SLKR, says Alex. Yeah. Hey, Big Jamal comes in with a super chat. Just something to thank you for all you do, good sir. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Appreciate that super chat, Big Jamal. Looks like Big Lebowski in the picture. SLKR is starting to lose his luster, but he's still solid. SLKR is still a reasonable answer to Jabba, though, right? If Jabba is the thing, and SLKR is potentially an answer to the thing, then he still definitely has relevance in the game. So, yeah, it's not bad to build SLKR. You get a fleet with it. That's the other bonus. The First Order fleet is a viable fleet. It can kill Executor and everything really but Profundity. So, I don't know about Leviathan. I don't know First Order viability against Leviathan. Probably not. But let's say everything but Profundity and Leviathan as an offensive fleet. So SLKR comes with the bonus fleet. That's nice. And with the Omicrons, you basically get 2 GAC teams out of it. And then you get the Phasma Omicron for a Territory Wars team. So it's it's not bad. It's still a relevant journey for sure. I'm getting JML in 30 minutes. His journey is easy, says Alex. 30 minutes total. It took you only 30 minutes to get him. That would be funny. That would be super fast. I don't even think I could click gear fast enough to get him in 30 minutes. Just another consumer says Finalizer being a good Executor counter is a selling point. Yeah, nice. So he also recognizes the fleet. Cats in the house, ideal. How's everyone's GAC go? We're 6-0 on Loquitur, right? So that's good. I'm frustrated at injector handles. Jabba needs them, and I keep putting off Grandmaster Yoda because he needs them also. That's what I'm buying with my Guild Event Token 2 right now. I've got my Get 2 focused mostly on just buying injector parts. Injector cells are the ones that are a problem for me on both my accounts. So I buy the cells whenever I can. The handles aren't as bad, but it's all statistics. I mean, it's whatever you have in your account, whatever you've used for the characters that you want to relic. But you can buy those right here with your Get 2 currency. I've been buying those instead of Kairos with pretty much all of it, just to keep up, because those injectors, like I said, the injector cells for me, I'm out of them all the time. So every time they're in here, I think it's random between the 3. I don't think there's anything statistically other than just the 3 injector handles here. So you got 1 out of 3 times the shop refreshes, you'll get the handles or the cells or whatever you need out of there. I don't know if that helps. Hey DL, are you going for Cal as well? He should fit JMO. No, I'm not going for Cal Kestis. It's too much stuff. You've got we've got Leia coming up. We've got a raid to build for. We're potentially going to do Starkiller on this account. You can't have everything. Got to make your choices and get what you can. Cal Kestis, I mean, all that stuff is still single shard drop. So if there was nothing else I was doing, nothing else I wanted to do, then I could single shard farm that. But yeah, I've got other projects I want to work on, so not going after Cal Kestis. I really want gas, but starting from scratch it is requirements plus a clone team. Seems like a lot to build. Yeah, I've already got the clones. I built up the 501st as my first team to have cam-ready clones. And I just haven't been able to get the relic levels onto my guys to get to get gas going. Just another consumer says, I bluffed some draft battles to make my opponent overconfident. It was fun, but I really shouldn't have gambled on defenses. Dank Ideals just unlocked them all yesterday. Insta Relic Star. Relic 8, I assume. Star is on the 8 key. Big Jamal says, looks like Big Lebowski. That's an awesome compliment. Nice. How good is JMK in Conquest? Kenobi's good in Conquest. He's good with Cat. He's also good enough without Cat that he does fine in Conquest. Mighty Red says, I would go for GL Ray, maybe also go for other GLs that you don't have. It's impossible to get JML alt 30 minutes after starting his journey. Yeah, who knows though? Maybe somebody had a way to buy a whole bunch of tokens. I don't know. What would you want Capital Games to add? Being Jawise or other ships? Jawise. What would you want Capital Games to add? Jawise or other ships? Or capital ships from other unique factions? GL-wise. GL-wise. I still think that Capital Games should have done, or should do, Ahsoka and Thrawn. I think those characters are, out of the Ahsoka arc here, I think they should get enough traction to be Galactic Legends. Somebody at Capital Games is privy to how that is going to go and when they can release what characters. So that might be the next set of GLs. I'm not really an Ahsoka fan. I don't know. When I watched Rebels, I thought she was kind of a whiny and dopey. But I'm very critical of characters that are that like victimize themselves, or I don't know. So Ahsoka was like always rebelling against everything. That was her thing. Like, no matter what it was, she was against it. She was, like, going to do her own thing. And there were a lot of times in that show where it's like, just settle down, you know? I don't know. I wasn't a fan of Ahsoka, but I do think that her character has enough traction with enough people that people would go for a Galactic Legend Ahsoka. I think they would. Like I said, not my favorite character, but she stood the test of time, right? She kept coming back season after season and got her own show, so can't be all bad. What I'm baffled by is the lack of Andor content. Went straight to New Gideon, which came out later. Yeah, it didn't really do anything for that man. The Andor show, did they? They just skipped over Andor. This is not the series you're looking for. All right, well, let's get in here and see if we got enough relic materials to make some stuff happen. All right, old Ben, ready to upgrade. He's got to go to Relic 5. So we'll get that done. I'm actually worried about carbonite circuit boards on this account. For a long time, we've been in good shape on carbonite circuit boards. And then in the last, like, month or so, we've just run down our supply of circuit boards to almost nothing. So we're going to have to start spending the 500s on those circuit boards when they show up in the shop. All right, so this 5 should do it for the journey. Should get a completion sticker up here. Okay, old Ben to Relic 5. There we go. Done. A continue. Take him off of favorites. And then R2 has to go to Relic 7. Double drop helped out a lot with getting enough signal data to do all this stuff. I'm not sure if I would have had enough of everything without those, without that double drop event. All right. And that should be it. All right, that should be the whole... These guys have such horrible mods on them. But that should be the whole deal. So let's go take a look at our journey guide. It's filled out. Let's go to a light side node and see if we've got tokens available. Oh, look at that. Galactic Legends. It's available. Let's farm our first token. Oh, look at that. First light side token's done. Yay. It'll be much more fun farming light side and getting these shock prods taken care of. As dark side farms, just not quite as good. So we'll get back on track with some bronzium wiring on this account. All right, there we go. JML underway. Let's get our Nightsister Initiate popped up to gear 12 here. We got to promote her. Get her 7th star first. Then we can get her to gear 12. Hey, her finisher is done already. Let's lock that down. All right, so we'll need a keypad, HoloLens. We've got all of these. Just got to farm up some stuff, right? It's just... We need one of those. This should be easy. Should be no problemo, and we'll have the Nightsister Initiate ready to go for next week. All right. Luke or Hulk as a cargo ship. Tomorrow you'll have the carbonite circuit board packs in the shop. Tomorrow? I thought those came around like when the GAC ended. Are they end of month? Is the frequency set to end of month? I honestly don't know. I thought those packs came into the shop like at the end of a round of GAC, which would mean next week. But if you're telling me tomorrow, I'll go in there and buy 2 packs tomorrow. All right. Kino from Andor would be fantastic. Personally, I think they should add something like a Galactic Legend capital ship. Something like the Death Star Starkiller base, because they already have Death Star models. But I don't know. So the Leviathan is already a Galactic Legend ship. If you look at Profundity, Executor, Leviathan, they're already GLs in their own right. They're like half GLs on the ship side of things. So I don't think they should go crazy on ships. If they ever did build a Death Star for Empire ships, that'd be fine. That'd be cool. I could go for that. But you know, build it like a Leviathan fleet. Build it like the other fleets. They really do need to come out with more ships, though, because they've got a fleet now pretty much for all the ships in the game. I don't know. There's no lost factions and ships, right? Because pretty much everything in there has a home. If you go to ships and you look at the tab for sort, cargo ships, a lot of the cargo ships are either bounty hunters or rebels. So it's Profundity and Executor get those. Empire has a fleet under the Chimera, for example, which, again, you could improve the capital ship for that and have a better Empire fleet, I suppose. Galactic Republic, Geos go with Malevolence. Inquisitorius, you only got 1 ship. Jedi don't really have a faction there with Galactic Republic. Phoenix, Rogue One, Resistance, Rebels. Resistance have their own fleet, but it's horrible. Sith Empire, Sith. Yeah, everybody's got a home. There's no floating factions. You've got a couple ships, I suppose, like the Consular, Raven's Claw. Raven's Claw isn't that great, right? Jedi Consular isn't that great. Maybe some kind of crazy Jedi ship at some point. But they really need more ships before they can do another big capital ship, I would think. I feel like they would need to do some more ships. Ebon Hawk and Lando's Millennium Falcon are technically homeless. Yeah. If they build a mega fleet around Lando's Millennium Falcon, that would be surprising, shocking, and disappointing all at once, I would say. I built the ship on my main account. When I read the reinforcement, it looked so good, right? The Falcon takes a bonus turn for each reinforcement previously called in. You put that in an ally fleet, you call in the Phantom, you call in another reinforcement, and then you call this in as your third reinforcement, and you get to take 3 turns in a row with it. Seemed really good, right? Gains also takes a bonus turn for each reinforcement previously called in. So 2 bonus turns plus the turn that you get for, being called in. The problem is, the ship is terrible. So it does nothing. You call it in, and you get 3 actions, and you take all 3 actions, and it does no damage, and then you're sad. Then that's it. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I found that out the hard way. The multipliers on this ship, like the damage multipliers, are horrible. So if it did damage, it would be fun. It would be feisty. But yeah, it comes in and it's like if a knight rode up on a horse, screamed a challenge, jumped off the horse, and pulled out a wet noodle and started whacking you with a wet noodle, right? Like it feels so threatening, and then it's laughable. Or at least that's how I see it. Luke or Hulk as a cargo ship fleet, Trade Federation would also be interesting. Yeah, they should do like. They could probably do a Scarif fleet. It would be fun. So if you play Warhammer 40k, right, you can play individual characters and squads, and then some of the bigger stuff is like dreadnoughts. But there's also Titans in the game, and you could play 40k where a dreadnought is like a little tiny character running around at the foot of a Titan, right? So what would be fun is if you scaled the combat up, right, and then had a fleet that was based on the Scarif stuff, and like that Hammerhead Corvette that they ran into the enemy capital ship and pushed it into the shield. That would be like a ship, It's almost a capital ship, but it would be a ship in the fleet. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to. There were a lot of different ships at Scarif, right? Next fleet will probably be Admiral Trench capital ship. Admiral Trench capital ship. So that was just in Rebels, right? There wasn't much done with that capital ship, though. They just like got on it and killed Trench and left. I don't know. I think the Titan ships would be fun. Have 2 mega fleets that could only battle each other. That they square off against each other like the Battle of Scarif fleets, but at scale, and make it like anime damage, where you click a button and you do 144 billion damage in one hit with numbers that are like this long. I don't know if any of y'all have played like the Japanese games, but your character starts out doing like 54 damage, and then as you level up and keep ramping up and keep adding bonus and then put support characters in there, like the damage just goes off the hook. And even Diablo is like that, right? Like Diablo 3, when you got all of your gear and stuff, you would go into one of the really high level rifts and you'd see critical hits for like billions of damage. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't change the game at all whether it's 12 damage or 12 billion damage. As far as the game is concerned, 12 is 12, right? But it's more satisfying to see the to see those monster numbers. Trench was Clone Wars. There's so many cool Imperial ships and capital ships they could do, but the Empire does not need more. The Dreadnought from Episode 9, the one with the giant Death Star laser on the very bottom. Idea for a new character, R2-D2 throwing coins. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of two mega fleets that can only fight each other. A light side fleet and a dark side fleet, and like you either have them or you don't, and the only thing that you can battle one is or you could battle dark side against dark side, but you can only fight those fleets against each other. That would be fun. Titan fleets. I still think they should put vehicles in the game too. Like I wouldn't mind if instead of more ships, if they put speeders in, you know, and the AT. I don't know if they put an AT-AT in, but like the ATST walkers, stuff like that. Some tanks. That there were a lot of cool land vehicles in the Separatist stuff. Like that giant wheel that rotates around, and the vehicle's like inside of the giant wheel. And then they got like a two-wheel version with the wheels sticking out at an angle, and they got the sand crawler that like goes underground. And I don't know. I would love to see land vehicles. I think that would be. I think that'd be more fun than going crazy with ships. All right, so let's go here and let's look for our second tier work. What did we decide? We're going to go with Starkiller, but then we were also going to work on some troopers. So, Iden troopers, Death Trooper is in, right? So we can work on the Starkiller requirements, and we can work on Iden. And because we're waiting on characters to be farmed here for Starkiller anyway, I feel like we shift our focus down to these troopers. We can get gear 12 on the range trooper. That's nice. Let's work on shore trooper. Okay, we can't upgrade him. Why? Carbantes must be the reason. Let's see if we can find some in the shop here. Oh, look at that. Nice juicy stack. That'll get us some Carbantes to play with. Let's upgrade. And now we're out of Mark V detonators. See if we can find them for raid currency. No, we'll have to wait till they're up in the raid shop. Okay, not too many clicks. I did put a lot of gear on that Nightsister initiate over the course of the week, getting her built up. Oh yeah, we're low on a lot of stuff for this guy. We're missing eyeballs. We're missing computers. We're missing detonators. We're out of everything. The store is empty. Went to the warehouse, and the warehouse had no things. Death Trooper can be taken up a notch. We could put some skills on him. And then we could take a look at putting mods on this character. Enemies who are not buffed. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Terminate. Is this a Zeta? No, if there's any defeated enemies, death mark. We'll take the death mark. Krennic's Flunky. We don't really need this, right? Requires character level 82. Huh? Question mark? So we had him at level 80 from the hyperdrive bundle, I guess. That's a Zeta, so skip that. Alright, so yeah, we can put mods here. What kind of mods do we want on him though? Just offense? Crit damage? We don't need speed on him, do we? In the Iden team, he'll get his turns from attacks out of turn, whatever, so just make him hit hard. I think that should be the case. Alright, I've been going toward Executor, just got 7-star Iden with the Shard Shot pull. 3 relics left and still 5-star TIE Bomber. When do you think I should start prioritize gearing her? So, again, what I always suggest that your goal in farming for the week at the top level, you're always working on the next character that you're going to relic. So it'll be a long time before you relic Iden. But you can already start putting gear on her. If you don't have other characters for the journey that need gear, you can put gear on other characters. I call that the tier 2 improvements. So you just saw that in the account, right? We went to the journey and we got the characters that we needed for Jedi Master Luke. And then we worked on this Nightsister initiative because we owe that to the guild. But then in the squad, we've got all of this stuff that we're working on in the background that's not part of a current journey that we have to get going. So yeah, work on our gear a little bit at a time in the background. That's my recommendation. All right, let's get in here and work on mods for the week. All right. For anybody who's not familiar with these filters that I'm going to use, I have a series called Mod Mastery. Mod Mastery goes through 5 holocrons on how I work mods, how I do decision making, what I believe is good, not good, etc. And then the 6th one is all of these filters. So if you are so inclined, you can set these filters up for yourself and use them to help you go quickly through all of these upgrades. We'll sell off all these bad stats. There's only one that kind of looks like it could be interesting. We don't need to sell off the left side mods anymore. That's not relevant because they fixed the drop rates. They equalized them among all mod types. Used to be that you got a lot more of the circle, square, and diamond than you did of the other ones. It's not true anymore. So we can just work on all the gray ones. See what we get to slice here. Get rid of all the ones with 3 speed because we're not gonna work on 3 speed mods. We need better potential than that. So we'll upgrade these bad boys to 12. And then we'll go take a look at slicing. Oof! This one's got, I farmed up some crit chance mods because there was a couple characters where I felt like I could use some crit chance, and I really don't have many crit chance mods in the whole account. So I took a week of farming here. 10 speed on blue. We can take one more shot at this. It misses. Health main stat speed mod. 6 speed takes it to 11. We're going to be interested in that. We'll still be interested at blue. We miss again. Purple 11 speed mods. don't have enough potential for me to waste my slicing materials on. Protection, we'll hit this. If it hits speed, we'll keep going, but if it, yeah. So it wouldn't really be a good critical chance mod. It would just be a good speed mod if we hit speed. Remember, even if the stats aren't exactly what you want, any mod can be a speed mod if you hit it. This one's nice. Offense, we're going to... Normally we wouldn't slice this because we missed speed on the first roll, but it's an offense main stat on a crit chance mod, so we're going to give it more chances than we would normally. It hits tenacity. 9 speed, not great, not horrible. Alright, a bunch of percent stats here. This mod's kind of all over the place. We'll hit it once more. Blue for 9 speed, we're not going to work on. Health main stat with a critical chance. I mean, Grievous is probably the only one who would use this mod, but maybe it works out for Grievous. Nope. Alright, offense here. Miss. Defense main stat. We're not really a big fan of defense main stats. I love defense mod sets. I don't really love defense as a main stat. But like I said, any mod can be a speed mod. Potency on a crit chance is not bad. We miss. And it's got a couple flat stats. It's 4 speed, health, potency. I've seen worse. 3 speed. Oh boy, 7 speed mod. If it hits again, 6 speed, 13. Ugh. Oh, 6 speed, it's redeeming itself. 19 speed. So it would be 20 speed if we take it to 6 dots. And then if we can get a 4 or a 5 on this, it'll be a nice mod after all. Okay, come on, you can do it. There it is, 6 speed, 26 speed mod out of that. Even with those initial 2 bad hits, it just rolled 6s after that. So there you go. Redemption. Good mod for the week. Okay, that protection, probably just sell those. Okay. Get rid of those. We're not inspired to slice them. Now we'll go to the green and blue filter. Upgrade everything to 9s. We'll go to the DC with no speed. And sell those off. What is this crit damage mod here? Crit damage with offense? I don't know. We're never going to use that. I don't know why I kept it, but let's get it out of here. Alright, take everything that's left to 12. Back out and see if we got anything to slice. Do you guys also stare at speed when clicking on the upgrade? I do, and I don't know why. If you watch my updates on Loquitur, watch for this, guys. I have this habit of circling speed with the mouse. So I not only stare at it, but when I click it, I circle it. So here we've got an 11 speed mod, right? And I slice it, and you'll see that I'm like going like this after I click the button. All right, 16 speed. Let's hit it again. Nope. 17 speed on 3 rolls is pretty good. Offense main stat is pretty good for a critical damage mod, right? We like that as a main stat. Let's slice it up. 4 speed. See, I didn't even think about it. I put the mouse up there as soon as I click on it. So yeah, I think that must be a psychological thing. You stare at it harder, it might happen. We got health and potency. If we take out of health and we calibrate and hit potency, we'll take it. And now we've got 5 rolls here. So that upgrades our chance to 33% to get speed on the next calibration. And we got it. Come on, big hit, big hit. Ooh, nice. 27 speed, y'all. Woo! That's a good mod. That's an end game mod right there. Offense main stat, 12% potency substat with 27 speed. They don't get much better than that, boys. Woo! That's a good one. That's hot. That's a hot mod. That's two big ones today, right? 26 and a 27. All right, let's see if there's anything else we want to slice up here. This is a new one, 9 speed. Oh, yeah, 9 speed we're just not going to be interested in. All right, back to managing mods. Just another consumer says, I want flat defense. That way when the game doesn't give me what I want, I'm secretly happy. Reverse psychology for yourself. Please, please, please give me flat defense. Oh, I didn't get it. Secretly happy. That's funny. All right, upgrade these purple ones to 3 so we get to see all their stats. Get rid of all of the purple and gold that doesn't have any speed on it. Bye. Let's do the filter here for purple and gold. Upgrade to 12. And then we'll take a look at the slicing. See if we got anything sliceable out of this. Here's a new mod. Nice. Again, we've got offense main stat. 15 speed. We can slice that. We miss. 16 speed on 3 rolls. It's worth taking up. Health. Health. So we're actually going to reroll tenacity here on the calibration. And if we get flat health, we get tenacity back. Hey, we improved though. Alright, so it looks like that might be where that mod gets stuck, unfortunately. Alright, we had another one down there. Where was it? Protection, main stat, 15 speed, health. This could be a good mod for something like Bosk. 16 speed, come on, hit it. Man, it's just all over the place. Defense stats with protection, main stat, health set. Crit chance is probably our worst stat on this, huh? See if we can develop some speed. It just goes back to crit chance. Not great. Not fantastic. But after we hit those two big ones, we can't expect the game to just keep giving us everything. And that's probably going to be it. 13 speed on 3 rolls is not inspiring anybody. So, okay, we're done there. Let's clean up. See if there's some 1 speed stuff here that we can get rid of. That we want to. Oh, we already got that locked. Just take a look at these and make sure we're not selling off something that we would actually want to work on. That, see, that's locked too. So it's good. Offense 4 speed, we might work on that someday. Alright, sell off all that stuff. Yeah. These mods I lock, and it's like, you know, someday I'll come in here and hit these once. This one is 5 speed with purple. We're probably never going to hit that. This one's 5 speed offense We've got better mods than that by now. Get rid of that too. The green ones we might hit. This one, tenacity mod with the tenacity hit already. So maybe we'll work on that someday. Alright, and then let's just go to the 6-dot slicing and see if there's anything there that inspires us to want to work on it. 23 speed here, but we're out of materials. We definitely want to hit that one again. Alright, I'll have to remember to come in there and work on that one before I do other stuff next time I come in here. I want to see how that finishes out. Because again, it's a protection mod with a speed, offense, potency, defense. It's really good stats. Another killer mod. Okay, so then let's just mod this character. We'll go to our character modding filter. Should I upgrade 6B mods with a bunch of offense? It's an arrow with a speed primary. I typically don't work on arrows. Man, if I get an arrow like this and take it to 6 dots with 32 speed, I typically don't slice after that. I want to work on a mod that has speed substats. So if it's the other way around, if this mod were to have like a health main stat and speed as a substat, then I would keep working on it like any other mod. But arrows that just have speed as a main stat, I pretty rarely would take them past just getting them to 6 dots. Alright, what do we need here? This has got 11 speed. We could actually look at slicing this. I missed that on my walkthrough. Look at that, 17 speed. Just kidding. Alright, that's a nice mod. Let's hit the lock button. Okay, crit damage. We've got some crit damage mods in the account, right? Got a crit chance here with 9 speed. Offense. Some offense mods that are better. So let's zone in on these offense and crit chance. We'll try to get a crit damage. Offense. Interesting. What else we got? Do we have offense there? We don't have offense with crit damage. This is the crit damage with... We'll just take offense. Offensive. Get offended. And look, we got only one crit chance one that worked out. Did we get some speed mods? Crit chance speed arrows? Let's just take a look at crit chance and offense. Okay. Yeah, speed with crit chance. That could be okay. Sure. And then offense down here. Potency. I don't even think we need potency on this guy, do we? Like the death mark. Is the death mark actually require potency? Dispel all buffs with a chance to inflict healing immunity. Okay, so that is a potency. Enemies who were not buffed have their cooldowns increased, which can't be resisted. So the cooldown increase can't be resisted, but the healing immunity can. So potency is actually good there. Deathmark can't be resisted. So, okay. Damage with a 70% chance to inflict daze or stun. Okay, so yeah, potency's not bad. A little bit of potency. He's actually got decent mods for a scrub character. Alright. There we go. Okay. Good enough. Do we have any more Datacron stuff that we could do? I was going to go buy some more money for Datacrons, but I kind of forgot to do that. So I didn't really get any more money. We can do a couple more unlocks here real quick, though, with the low-level stuff. Accuracy, offense, light side allies, recover. Let's try something better there. Speed up or protection up. Now the protection up is kind of interesting for GAC because it kind of helps protect your banners a little bit. And then accuracy. Come on, accuracy, whatever. Like the worst. Okay. We can dismantle a couple of these. Let's dismantle. Hey, we're on 2 rows again, for whatever that's worth. Alright, and then let's just go in here and see if there's anything else that I want to build the character for, right? So, Stormtrooper here needs to go to level 85. We've got 45 million in the bank, so we can spend some money on that. And then Rex, Nisa, Scout Trooper. Let's go ahead and pop Scout Trooper and Nisa up to 85. Blow through this extra currency that I've got. Get myself back down to 30 million where it feels desperate. You get up to 40 million like this, you feel like you're rich. 50 million. Gotta spend some money. Alright, there we go. Money dumped. Get a couple initial gear tiers here on Mega Melon. Princess Mega Melon. Alright, Scout Trooper same way. We can take up some gear levels on him. Oh wow, look at him go. He's all the way to gear 8 before he needs Carbantes. Most of these new characters need like 200 Chirotech at gear 6, I think. Isn't it? It seems that way sometimes. Alright. Good enough. Nothing to do in ships, really. Yeah, that's it. We done. We done for the day. Didn't add much GP. 20,000. 20,000 GP. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Get that finished. I'm going to go look at my carbonite situation and see if there's just like a bunch of stuff that I can scrap for carbonite. I don't think there is. I think I've already scrapped out most of what I can get rid of. Get these down under 400. These you can actually sell off because you can buy the completed piece. So we can get these down to 100 or so. See, there's the completed piece. You don't want to sell the completed piece. It's an awful conversion. So yeah, the 86 circuit boards here, that's awful. That's nothing. I need a ton more circuit boards. We're better off on bronzium wiring on this account than we are on carbonite circuit boards now. Lol. This is okay. This is okay. This we can get rid of some. lot of stuff we can get rid of. We can get rid of all this. 365. Look at this. Nice. Chuck all that. This is all stuff that you buy out of the squad or the guild store and convert to bronzium wiring. All right, boom. 483 bronzium wirings. Puts us in pretty good shape there. Zenbittle cards, we got 15. We need a bunch. Impulse detectors, I've been buying this with all my Mark III raid tokens. So I'm just stockpiling impulse detectors for when I need Relic 8 characters, so that I don't have to build those. So Electrium conductors, I've backed off on buying those. I've bought a few of them with the Mark III raid tokens, but I've also been able to craft a few of these to scrap. So that's been good. Can we craft another pocket watch here? So when I can get one of those crafted extra, we can convert that to Electrium conductors when we need them. All right. I think that's going to be it for the update. DL, why do you delete 3-speed gray mods? If the mod hits for 5 or 6 speed a few times, it can still end up being a good mod, like the 26 speed mod that you got today. Sure. Yeah. So I explained this when I helped out on a podcast not long ago. So if you're looking at a mod and you say it has speed on it, and there's something that could happen with that when I slice it. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at the potential to get a mod 25 speed or higher. That's the ultimate goal, right? You want mods with the potential to be 25 speed or higher. The first time you slice a mod with 3 speed, you've got 4 options. You could get 3, 4, 5, or 6. If you get 6, it's a 9 speed mod. You're still not even that happy with it, or at least I'm not. I'm not happy with a 9-speed mod. So there is a 75% likelihood that you won't get a 6. And then you'll be at an 8-speed mod. There's a 25% chance that you'll get another 3, even if you hit. So there's a 25% chance you hit, and there's a 50% chance you'll get a 3 or a 4, and you'll end up with a 7-speed mod. And that to me is garbage. It does not have the potential to work out in the range where I want. I want a 10 speed on 2 hits. I want 10 or 11 speed. So if I worked on the 3-speed mods, I would have more mods to work on, and I would use more slicing materials, right? But you'll notice that I worked on slicing those gray mods that I thought were worth slicing, and I ran my slicing materials down. I think I had like 250 of these at the start, right? Ran this down to 20. So imagine that a 3-speed mod had worked out and given me 9 speed, and I wanted to slice it, I'd be out of slicing materials. So that's how I balance it. I don't value using the slicing materials and gambling. So when the statistics are good and there's a good chance that I'm going to get what I want, I will proceed with the idea that statistically some of them are going to work out. When the future of that mod is statistically less likely to work out in my favor, then yeah, I ignore it, sell it. So 3-speed mods, I'm not going to look at. Nope. Just like when I get, blue and green mods, I don't go look for 8 speed mods to see if I can slice them. I'm looking for 10 or 11 speed mods. I'll work on those, but I'm not going to work on an 8 speed mod. And again, it's how I do it. It doesn't make it right or wrong. I'm just looking for mods with better potential. All right, I have a couple 19 speed mods that got 5 speed hits from my early Swiggle modding days. Might even have an 18. Yeah. Yeah, I think in the past, when 6-dot slicing wasn't a thing, I would slice any mod that had good speed runs, right? So if it had 8 speed, I would definitely go for it. And if it got speed again, even if it was like 11 speed on 3 rolls, I would keep going, because when it was capped at 5, you're just trying to get 5 speed rolls. You're just trying to optimize your speed. But once they introduced 6-dot mods and the idea of slicing and recalibrating at 6 dots, all that goes out the window. Because the amount of times that you could generate a 5-hit mod with only 5 tries is, this. Once you can 6-dot the mod and keep trying, it opens up this huge window of opportunity. So then you're not, you got to be a lot more picky about what you slice. My opinion. That's my take on things. I think I'll need to buy carbonite circuit boards with crystals. I need 600 more for profundity and already have a low amount. Yep, we all run out. Ziggy says, greetings. I told you yesterday that my GAC opponent had over 2 times my galactic power. Well, my Tusken Raider Omicron got 5 holds, and I won by 1 point. That's fantastic. Nice job. All right, so we can do the last thing here, which is sign up for Grand Arena. Orodium 3. Ooh, look at that. I got promoted. Promoted to Orodium 3 already. We're going. We're moving up. Moving on up with a 4-2 record. Nice. Man, I'm telling you guys, that Galactic Legend on the corner, this is so important for early Grand Arenas. Once you can park a team here that your opponent can't beat, it cuts the GAC in half. Right? It becomes a 2-zone fight instead of a 4-zone fight. And the amount of teams that you have, even though you have a lot less teams than your opponent, it doesn't matter, because you only need to clear 2 zones to win. That's the goal. Yeah, it makes a difference. And it's making a difference. I mean, that's really all that happened in the account, right? We went from not having Jabba to having Jabba and having that on defense. And we went from Chromium 3 straight to Rhodium 3. Got to get that first GL going. What else do we have in the mailbox? Got number 1 in Fleet. That's nice to get. You get Rhodium 3 here. Should be a bunch of crystals. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, so okay, I went 3-0, so I got first place. Nice. Look at that, guys. I'm in position now to buy 4 packs of carbonite circuit boards when they come out. 4 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it really does go in the shop tomorrow, I'm going to buy all 4. Yep. That's what we're going to do. And I'll buy, I think you can buy 6. Isn't there a limit of 6? I'll buy 6 on Loquitur. I'll just go all in. I look forward to seeing Obticeo swim with the Sharks in Kyber. Obticeo, I think, may be at an end. I've got to think about this, because the Obticeo account was built, a year and a half ago, so that I could stay in touch and stay relevant with how the new players experience the game. And I haven't built a new account for a year and a half, and they've got, characters that they give you for free. There's a bunch of stuff that changed about how the game plays. So I'm thinking about starting another account at level 1. And then in the beginning of the year, when Obticeo is 2 years old, I might just see, put a tab on it. This is how far I got the account in 2 years of gameplay, and do the 2-year review, and then retire the Obticeo account. I'm thinking about it, pondering it. And the reason, it has less to do with whether or not I like Obticeo, and it has more to do with the way that the game has changed now. For both Loquitur and Obticeo, I'm going to have to chase Leia. You chase the new Galactic Legend, you build for the raid. And if I'm in the same position on 2 accounts, and I'm building Leia and I'm building for the raid on both accounts, meh. It's like you're playing one account twice then, instead of 2 different accounts. They don't really have a different personality at that point. So I don't think I want to continue to just build the same stuff on 2 accounts. That's not exciting to me. So maybe starting over, staying in touch with the new player stuff, with the early game, and I would really like to go through a whole journey of going 1 to 85 again. I may see what I've always thought is the best idea. You get to level 50 and you stop doing your daily quests. Just don't do them. You get so much experience from your daily quests that you'll go from 50 to 60 in like 3 or 4 days. But if you just stop at 50 and you stop doing your quests, you'll still get experience from doing cantina runs and farming, but it should take like 3 weeks at that point to get from 50 to 60. And the point of doing that would be to get your geos all finished to 7 stars, get a bunch of Galactic War store currency saved up, and then when you hit 60 and go into your fleet, you'll be able to compete more quickly with the Hyperdrive bundle players. So kind of springboard yourself a little bit from 50 to 60. Slow roll it, then instead of taking 3 months to get to 85, it might take 4 months. But I don't know. I don't know how much of an advantage that really gives you in fleet, or if you're better off to just get into fleet and start getting any crystals you can. So I'll have to do some calculations around what makes the most sense there. It probably makes the most sense just to get into Fleet Arena and get any crystals, right? Even if you're only getting 50 or 100, it's still better than you'd be doing if you waited. So the springboard's interesting. I mean, for people who don't care, who aren't in a hurry to get their account to 85. Like if you're playing it as an alt when you got your main count already, that would be kind of fun. Rip Obticeo. What will the new name be? Or are you leaving us in suspense? Suspensio. No, I haven't even decided if I'm going to do this yet. It's just a thought that I'm rattling around, thinking about what I'm going to do here coming up. Starting to think about the 2024 guides, redoing the guides for 2024. I still think Executor and Profundity are both the way to go for the starting player guides. I don't think that's changed. Just how you get there and the characters that you build, I think is interesting. Alrighty, well, I'm going to wrap up the Obticeo update there for the week, guys. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. Please remember to use the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. That does help me a lot, so hit it up. Get it out of here. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel so you can watch more stuff like this in the future, and the notification bell will tell you when I'm doing these live streams like this. And then, of course, join us in the Discord. For anybody who's not already part of the Discord, the link is down below. You can click on that. Head on over to the Discord community. There's an Ask Loquitur channel. You can ask me questions directly. So come on over, hang out, learn some stuff about the game. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next holocron.